on, guys? We are back with the rest of Zendikar, or at least one more part, and then so we have to survive the Royal. And last time we were playing around with Chandra's deck. I actually want to try this Advanced in Glory because White Weenie is fun. So, and what does this do? Prevent all damage. Target spell would deal this turn. You gain life equal to the spell prevented this way. We play first. Let's keep it. Let's go. Now see, this is a deck that you're going to want to change the lands in probably and run like maybe like 22. Probably. I don't know. I don't know what the entire deck looks like. But if you can just, depends how many champions are in there and how many other human creatures are in it. Unfortunately, we don't have anything else to play. Oh well. We still got a few turns before we hit the Champion of the Meek. Or Mentor of the Meek. I actually like that picture a lot. He seems very heroic, even though he's only a 2/2. He seems heroic. And what do we got? An Angry Mob. Whenever another creature you control dies, put a +1/+1 counter on him. There we go. Champion. Champion's sick. Gets very big very fast. And then we'll be able to draw a card next turn and play the Unruly Mob. Earthquake. Yup. That was mean. I have the Hollow too. I did not know that he was going to do something that awful to me. So I guess we'll do that. And do that. And hope that he doesn't have another Earthquake. If he does, we're going to be in a lot of trouble, and this is absolutely the worst deck to play against him. If that is the case. I'm assuming that that's probably what it's going to be. Rolling terrain. Destroy target land. The rolling terrain deals damage to that land's controller equal to the number of lands in all graveyards. In all graveyards? In that player's graveyard. Okay. Oh well, let's start hitting him. Then we can prevent another earthquake if we need to. I don't think we'll need to, but I really have no idea what he's going to do. I think he's just going to keep destroying my lands and hurting me that way. Well, that's a wasted card. It's alright, we'll save this last one for either the earthquake that is probably going to happen. Huh. Okay. Interesting. I just assumed that he was just going to keep destroying my lands and trying to kill me just by tapping lands and killing me. Or destroying lands and killing me. Should definitely Earthquake for 6. Damage to target creature or player equal to the number of mountains you control. That's fine. I'll take it. It doesn't kill me yet. And that's why I saved it. Awesome. So we will hit him for 5, and now he cannot Earthquake. Yay! Victory. He can Pyroclasm, if he has Pyroclasm, but I'm assuming that he does not. I think that's a fair assumption. 2 cards in his hand. Spire Barrage. Ouch. That hurt. enters the battlefield, put a human in. That's cool, but it's very expensive. 5 mana for a 3/3. Whew. Very, very expensive. Alright. Mykius the Lunarch. Mykius the Lunarch enters the battlefield with X +1/+1 counters on it. Put a +1/+1 counter on him. Remove one and put a +1/+1 counter on each other creature you control. That's pretty cool. Alright, let's play the Chant of the Maldaya. I was going to say it should be mono green, and it's going to have very big creatures. Very big creatures, because the Maldaya in Zendikar, the Oracle of Maldaya lets you play additional lands. So I'm assuming that's going to be something stupid like that. We definitely keep that hand, because we've got humans and O-rings and all sorts of good things. Champion of the Parish. Then we'll play this guy for 1 next turn. And then we'll start making him bigger every turn. We'll start playing other guys. And we'll get all of these big scary things. Kalani Heart Expedition. That's such a good card. Oh, Zendikar. I miss Zendikar. I really enjoyed the Zendikar block quite a bit. I was very, very fond of it. Not to mention, I opened a Force of Will in one of the packs, so that may have had something to do with my love of Zendikar. I was kind of upset that that was the card that I opened, but still, it was sick to open a treasure. So I guess I can explain the story behind that, because it was a lot of fun. So at the time, my Baneslayer was like $50, and I kept going to different stores, buying packs and opening Baneslayers. Just every single time I would go to a store, I would buy, I went to Walmart's like outside of the region, like we would go on vacation. I was like down in Florida, and I would open up a, or I'd go to Walmart and buy a pack of M10, M11, whatever it was that Baneslayer was originally printed in, and I would just constantly get additional, or just get Baneslayers. Like, I'd buy 3 packs and there'd be a Baneslayer in it, which was awesome, because it was just like opening money. That was the best way to describe it. So we went on a skiing trip, me and several of my buddies. It was me, 3 other buddies, my younger brother, and one of his friends, and all of us played Magic. So we looked for the nearest comic book shop, which was like an hour away, drove to it, and picked up packs so that we could draft. Bought enough Zendikar for us to draft with, sit down, you know, all 6 of us, and did like a little 6-man draft. And so we end up, you know, with all of these packs. You know, we sit down, divvy them up, and open the first pack. I crack it, and I'm like, so what's the rule on treasures? Are we allowed to play them or not? And everyone immediately grabs my hand, pulls down, and sees what the treasure is, and it's a Force of Will, which is sick, because I actually could have played it. But it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it. And we played that wrong. But I was busy telling a story, so it'll be okay. But yeah, that was the story of me opening my treasure. I also opened a Baneslayer because I had bought M10 packs for myself as well. So he sacrifices all colored permanents he or she controls. Wow. All is dust. Wow. Are we going to be that big of a jerk? Or are we going to drop like, what's his name? The big old Eldrazi. What's his face? Uh, there's Kozilek and Emrakul. Oh, really? Really, you jerk. Oh, looks like I'm taking 11. Um, Ow. That hurt. Yeah, we're gonna skip blocking. I don't think it has trample. Oh, no, it does. Yep, I'll just take 11 because we don't have a choice. No matter. Let me O-ring that guy because if I don't, I lose the game. So we O-ring the elf. And then we'll attack him for 5. And hope he doesn't drop Kozilek or Emrakul because that would suck. Very much so. That's awesome though. I saw that some of the people were talking about the Eldrazi deck in the first video I put out and how cool it was, and this is definitely a lot of fun. Wilmong's Crusher. Okay. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control creatures you control get +1/+1 until end of turn. Seems like a good thing to play. We'll attack him for 2, I guess. In the air. And then we will... Looks like we're sacrificing... How many lands? 2? Annihilator 2. Yep, sacrificing 2 lands. Every land enters the battlefield under control, put a 1/1 green sapperling creature took him out. Okay. At least they're not little colorless Eldrazi guys that you can sack for mana. Ooh. So, here's what I'm hoping. We're going to annihilate that and that, I think, is the right play. Because if I can get another creature, if I top deck another 2-drop or a 1-drop, I can play it and kill him. I'll be at 1. Yeah, that's what we're going to do. We're going to risk it. We're going to gamble. He's going to get another sapling. Skip the blocking. I take 8. And no. We lose. That's unfortunate. It was really close. Really close. I don't think we could have came out of that anyway, though. Let's draw a new hand. That's too many lands. That's still a lot of lands, but that's at least a curve. Be nice if we could get like a champion next turn or something before I put all these humans out. Eldrazi. So freaking scary. So freaking scary. I remember playing the States one year with Bant conscripts. I got, I think, 22nd at Ohio State's, and it was I played Bant conscripts, which was the scariest freaking deck ever. Do I O-ring that? No, because I know what the rest of the deck looks like. But I can't get through with stuff if I don't. It sucks. gotta continue to get through with damage. I mean, that's what aggro decks do. But no, my one buddy that is much better at Magic than me played... I forget what it was. It was something that let him get out Emrakul. I forget what the deck did, but it would allow him to siphon through his deck and pull out an Emrakul from the deck. Like, it would transmute a card, and he would get, you know, the only other polymorph. It was polymorph. He'd polymorph into an Emrakul, and I'm assuming Emrakul's in here so people know what I'm talking about, but Emrakul was big and scary, and he was like 2020 or something. He was huge. I don't know how big he was, but he was gigantic, and he said he had the huge Annihilator, and wow, that sucks. He's only got one card in his hand, so that's kind of cool. But I need a way to get rid of that guy. But you would polymorph one of the Eldrazi tokens, or something, some token, and the only creature in your deck was Emrakul. So you'd always hit Emrakul, or it was like Emrakul and Akroma and big scary things like that. And you didn't get the extra turn off of Emrakul, but it still had protection from everything, and it was still big scary and had Annihilator like 10 or something. It's huge. My Magic knowledge is being real bad on me right now. Let me consult the phone so that we can card database, going to Emrakul. That was a little dumb. Emrakul, the Aeon's Torn, he was a 15/15 and had Annihilator 6 and protection from colored spells. And flying. Be out of cards to play. Be out of cards to play. You're not allowed to have any more cards in your hand. Good. Because I keep getting lands. I've got as many lands as you, and this should never happen. Why am I not attacking with that guy? I don't know. Dumb. I'll win with 1/1s if he doesn't get something soon. Apparently he doesn't have anything. Either that or he's got big scary Eldrazi's in his hand that he can't cast. Which I'm okay with him not being able to cast those big scary Eldrazi's. Because if we really don't have any option. I can't believe that. Like, we have so much land in this White Weenie deck. Yeah, I guess we'll play him. Like, that should never happen. We should not have 9 lands to his 7 or 8. 7. He has 7. 8 now. He has 8 now. And he's gonna drop like an Annihilator guy. All his dust. Really? Jerk. Well, I'm gonna sacrifice it and give all my creatures +1/+1 so you can suck it. And you get back your freaking little dude. And I get my spirit. And you gain life. And I draw more land. Awesome. It's a little ridiculous. I would like to know what my number of lands within like the last 10 turns has been. Because it's probably close to like 6. I think he wins the race game. He's about to drop like Kozlik on me. Well, at least that one's not play that, because why not? I don't have anything else to do, and we'll keep attacking for 1. Oh man. Oh man. Yeah, you can attack with that because my guy's better, and you're at a lower life total, even if you do keep gaining 2 life a turn. 4 life a turn, or whenever you play a land. Okay, let's see. That's scary. That's going to make everybody really big. And boom. Everybody really big again. Awesome. And that actually puts a dent in his life total and gives us creatures that can fly. So we can actually keep hitting him for 4 a turn, which is the most that he can gain, unless he plays like Rampant Growth or something. This is going to end up a lot longer than I wanted the video to be, but that's okay. We covered a lot of very important topics, like my states. That was probably the best I've ever done in a tournament, except at Origins 1 year. 1 year at Origins, I top 8'd a amateur or an amateur standard in the original Ravnica. So keep in mind, I was really young. With a zoo deck that instead of playing burn, I played pump cards, because the pump cards actually helped you more against Jitty than everything else. Because the burn spells were nice because you could use them on the creature that had the Jitty, but you could make people waste Jitty counters, which was outstanding because making someone waste a Jitty counter was incredible. Gave you such an advantage. So that was 1 year that I did really well. I played a lot of zoo, and that was when cards like Savannah Lion were OP. Like, if someone went turn 1 Savannah Lion or turn 1 Kurt Ape, and it was just like, that's broken. And now it's just kind of like, no, not really. There's Battlefield with X plus and plus counters on it. Dies, you may distribute. Okay, well it looks like I need to chump block that for a while. Or we can just Fiend Hunter it and call it a day. Because why not? And then we can attack with everybody, actually. Boom, 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 boom. You'll block the 3/3 and you'll take 8, which will put you at 1. Awesome. I'm real comfortable with that. I think the only thing that would kill me now would be hard casting an Emrakul. And you don't have one. You're gonna gain some life though. That's for sure. And then you can block all 3 creatures on the ground, or you die. But if I top deck a creature, I win. Of course. Land number 14 out of probably 25. So there's probably 10 lands left in this entire 38 cards. That's ridiculous. I mean, do we do that? I think we do. Because then the most that he can gain next turn is 2. Oh, I assumed he would have killed him, but I'm okay with that as well. 14. 14. He has to have an Emrakul in his hand. Has to have an Emrakul. Like, there's no question that one of the cards in his hand is an Emrakul. And we'll kill him now. he would have gotten one more land. We need to take a look at that deck after this, because if Emrakul's in the opening set, we'll have to... Broken Staff. Picking up a Broken Staff from the Fallen Shaman, Garundar, means you are another step closer to finding Ramaz. We unlocked Chandalar.
Ramaz described a strange race on the plain of Chandalar. He studied their hive-like habitat and said they had only recently discovered how to use magic. I have no idea what they might know about Ramaz, but a clue is a clue. See what you can dig up.
Slivers. Bad idea. Okay. So, we've got Chant of the Maldaya. And let's see. What would he have had in his hand that he couldn't cast for 15 mana? I mean, it could have... Nah, it wouldn't have been Hit That Betrays. Is there no Emrakul? Or Kozilek? Really? The Eldrazi deck, and it doesn't have Emrakul or Kozilek. Huh. Because they should be mythics for sure, and they're definitely not in here. Well, they're also 6+ mana cost. Huh. I wonder what they had in his hand. Maybe he was just fading a land. That would be weird, though. But anyway, this video has been long enough. Let me know what you guys are thinking, and I'll see you later.